Hi everyone, welcome to the Crafty Pixie channel where we do sewing projects and subscription boxes. I am B. Whether you are new or old to this channel, thank you so much for stopping by. It is wonderful to have you. Before we go any further, I owe you guys a bit of a explanation, I think. I wasn't able to post last week. And then the week before that, the video was very late, and I'm sorry. I try to post every Wednesday morning. Doesn't always happen that way right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life. Some I can share with you, some I can't. Not yet, anyway. But it's been a little crazy. Lots of birthdays and with those birthdays, you have to do birthday parties because they're kids, of course, and some other birthday parties and everything. And my oldest daughter got a cold, and it ran through the house like wildfire. So I am getting over that. I couldn't film because it was very hard to talk. Couldn't breathe out of my nose very well, so it makes it a little bit difficult to do tutorials clearly for you, and I wouldn't want you to have to hear that. But everybody's better, everybody's good with that, and I also was in the process of finding my mom a place of her own so she can be nice and independent and not have to worry about the kids or anything like that. And so we're finishing up that process as well. So there's a lot going on, plus some stuff that I can't share with you right yet. Don't want to share too soon. But there's some wonderful stuff coming in the future. I'm also doing some research on a project that I want to do that I can hopefully do before the season is over. But that's my little explanation. I'm not making any excuses or anything like that. It's just plain simple fact at this point. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to post every Wednesday morning for you, but if I'm not able to, I apologize now, and I'll continue to apologize. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure you turn on the notifications so you know when I upload any videos or anything like that. Leave a comment in the comment section down below, especially if you are a new subscriber, and give the video a thumbs up. So for today's video, it's going to be a quick one. It's not going to be too bad or anything like that. Pretty simple, beginner friendly. Basically, it is placemats, but not just any ordinary placemats. These are indoor and outdoor placemats. These are washable. You throw them in the washing machine. Once you're done, pull them out and they're good to go. But the reason they are outdoor specifically is we have a big pocket here that you can put the paper plates in, and then you've got another pocket right here where you can put the silverware and the napkins in right here for you. And then if you're inside, of course, you can flip it over and you just have the plain back side that you can use as well. These are literally 3 pieces of fabric. You have 1 piece of fusible fleece and you have 1 piece of SF101. They are not bad at all. I actually made 2 really quickly. It doesn't take much time at all. So this is the second one, and this is the first one. This is going to be for my mom and her roommate. So, I got some stuff that I'm also trying to make for her to be able for, her to function normally. Jar opener, pot holders, things like that. So without any further ado, let's get to materials and get started. For this project, you're just going to need a few things. So, of course, you're going to need your clips and pins, or pins, scissors. It's always good to have a seam ripper on hand. You're going to need a marking tool that is going to erase. You don't want it to stay because it's going to be on the outside. You're going to need a seam gauge or a ruler, and then of course your seam turner. And then you're going to need 3 pieces of fabric, okay? They are all going to be 15 inches by 12 inches. All right, now one of them is going to be fused with SF 101 if you choose. This is for the pocket. Then you're going to need one that is fused with fusible fleece, or you can use batting and then just like serge the batting or quilt the batting to it. And then you're going to have one that doesn't have anything at all. All right, and then of course you're going to need your sewing machine, your iron, coordinating thread, and a little bit of time. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pocket piece and we're going to fold it wrong sides together in half lengthwise. So your 15-inch side is the raw edges that are going to be touching. Just like that. If you want to press, that is a great idea to do. So we're just gonna press the top. Now we're gonna take this over to the sewing machine, and with a 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, we're going to top stitch right across the top. Okay, make sure you backstitch at the beginning and at the end. If you want, you can also baste down the edges and the bottom together, but you don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the sewing machine, do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, with the pocket pressed, we're gonna now take your piece with the fusible fleece on it, and you're gonna lay your 15-inch marks at the top and bottom and the 12-inch sides on the side. Now we're going to line up the pocket. All right, down here. If it's a little bit bigger, it's okay. You can always trim it down later. All right, so there's that. Now what we're going to do is from the edge of your fabric, you're gonna mark in 4.5 inches. So line up that 4.5 mark right with the edge of your fabric. Mark it in. Make sure you're aligned. All right, now you're going to take your marking tool. I was going to use the seam gauge for this, but then I thought about it and it would take way too much time to do, so I just used my ruler. So 4.5 inches in, and we're going to mark down. You guys are probably not going to see this mark, but all right, so 4.5 inches, and you're good to go there. Now we're going to take this over to the sewing machine, and you're going to baste the pocket down to your outer fabric. So you have right side facing up, okay? And you're going to baste down both sides and then across the bottom. And then you're going to come over and you're going to top stitch right along the line that you just made. So 3mm stitch length. Make sure you backstitch really well at the top and then backstitch at the bottom when you're done. I'm going to go to the sewing machine and do that, and I'll be right back. After I sew it, I am going to press it just to set the seams, okay? With your pocket basted in place and your separator seam in place as well, so you got your little pockets here and everything. Now we're going to put everything together pretty much. So you're going to take your piece that does not have any interfacing or fusible fleece on it, and you're going to lay this on top, right sides together. You're going to line everything up. All right, and then we're going to clip around the edges. Now you're going to leave a good opening here. maybe 4 or 5 inches right here at the top to pull everything right side out. Now you do have the pocket with the SF101 on it, and you also have the fusible fleece. So you've got to make sure you've got a big enough opening here to get everything out. You are going to sew, back stitching really, really well over here, but you're going to sew at a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance all the way around. And then once you're done, you're going to clip your corners and you're going to turn everything right side out. If you find that you feel it's going to be a little bulky for you, you can always trim down the excess like fusible fleece pieces to help that. All right, that's good to go there. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine. I'm going to do that and I will be right back. Once everything is turned right side out, this is what you're looking at. So you've got your nice big pocket. You can put paper plate in there. You can put your silverware or napkins on this side. It looks great. All right, now all you have left to do is fold over the seam allowance in the opening that we have. And then we're just going to top stitch at an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance all the way around the outer side. All the way around. Make sure you backstitch really well at the beginning and at the end. When you're done, give it a good final press and you're finished. So let me go do that and I'll be right back.